36 and 1 again.
Genesis 36 and 1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who was Edom.
Who is Edom? Read.
Esau took his wives of the
Go down to the 9th verse.
Verse 9. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites, in Mount Seir.
And Mount where?
And Mount Seir.
They're from the mountains because they're the only people that never were promised land. They lived in mountains. Mountain terrains. Mount Seir, later on, the Caucasus Mountains. The Idumeans were from the Caucasus Mountains. The Jewish people today are from what? Russia, right near the mountains. The Caucasus Mountains. Before that...
And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites, in Mount Seir.
And Mount where?
And Mount Seir.
They're from the mountains because they're the only people that never were... Are from what? Russia, right near the mountains. The Caucasus Mountains. Before that...
And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites, in Mount Seir.
And Mount where?
And Mount Seir.
They're from the mountains because they're the only people that never were... Are from what? Russia, right near the mountains. The Caucasus Mountains. Before that... Read Genesis 36 and 1 again.
Genesis 36 and 1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who was Edom.
Who is Edom? Read.
Esau took his wives of the...
Go down to the 9th verse.
Verse 9. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites, in Mount Seir.
And Mount where?
And Mount Seir.
They're from the mountains because they're the only people that never were promised land. They lived in mountains. Mountain terrains. Mount Seir, later on, the Caucasus Mountains. The Idumeans were from the Caucasus Mountains. The Jewish people today are from what? Russia, right near the mountains. The Caucasus Mountains. Before that, the Asians were in those European isles. Now, in case you might think that these people, which are primarily Caucasian, because they're red, if you think that they are Japheth, this proves that they're not Japheth. I need you to go to Genesis 36 and 20. You're there, right? Read the 20th verse.
Verse 20. These are the sons of Seir, the Horite, who inhabited the land Lotan, and Shobal, and Zibiah, and Anna.
Now, it says, these are the sons of Seir, the Horite. Edom had a child named Horite, or they were called Horites in certain areas. When you look at Horite, it tell you Horite in the it's in the Hebrew it's Horiah. Okay? It's Horiah, excuse me. And in the Hebrew, if you have your Strong's Concordance, it's 2, 3, 5, 6. Strong's Concordance. Look it up. And Horite in Genesis 36 from the mountains means cave dweller. Cave dweller. Look it up yourself. The only people that are known through history to live in caves are Caucasians. Because the other people in the earth had land. The seeds of Shem had land. The seeds of Japheth had land. And the seeds of Shem had land. There was no need to live in high terrain or mountains. But Esau, which was a different nation from Jacob, because he was a diverse nation who came later, after the land was already given to the people, had to go into the mountains because there was no land for them. Okay? That's who Edom is. And that shows why they must go and take their lands. Because there was no land promised to them. Alright? Now, we're saying this, from a racist angle. We're saying this because this is the Bible. This is how we should teach this. This is filling in the gaps to let you know why there's so much tension and why things are going on in the earth. Because if you know, you'll start to blame some of these things that are happening on the Most High and think the Most High don't exist. So I must let you know that this is prophecy. This is prophecy. You need to know who are the people, who are the governments ruling today. So you'll know if you're following Satan or the Most High. Because your government is behind your religious institutions. They're behind your beliefs. They're behind your political beliefs. So you must know if you're in a satanic government. And it's our job as teachers to expose the evil. Now, let's move from Mount Seir, the Caucasus Mountains, to the next ruler. Go to the book of Obadiah to show you some more attributes of Edom, who the serpent would use through religion. Because the Most High had a belief and an understanding that he gave to his people. And he told Israel to stay away from the Gentile or the heathen customs. Because Satan had the heathens. He told Israel, stay away from the heathen customs. And he said, if you deal with the heathens, they will turn you away from following me. That's what read the Old Testament. All through the Bible. He said they're going to turn you from following me. Because the heathens had their religion from the Tower of Babel. So when the tongues were split, they took that same satanic religion from Babylon, from Nimrod, and continued those wicked practices in their respective lands. So the Most High said, not his people. I'm going to separate you from them and give you my laws, statutes, and commandments, knowing one day you will have to share this to the world to condemn what Nimrod did at the tower. Let's go into it. Read the book of Obadiah. Let's go there. You there? Mm-hmm. Start at the first verse.
Obadiah, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom.
Concerning Edom. Edom is red. Alright? Edom, as we know, is the full-blooded Caucasian today. Read.
We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
Go ahead.
Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen.
He made Esau small among all the nations in the earth. Read.
Thou art greatly despised.
They are greatly despised because everywhere they went in the earth they brought war. Read.
The pride of thy heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
And the Most High say that pride have deceived them. You was just up in the rocks, and now you're proud and acting like you're God in the earth. Read.
Whose habitation is high.
It says whose habitation is high because they come from the mountains. Read.
That saith in his heart, who shall bring me to the ground?
And they're so proud now. They said in their heart, who's going to bring me down to the ground? Who's going to stop me? Here's another wicked thing they're doing. They're allowing atheist teaching and science to be taught in the earth. If this was a God-fearing people or a God-fearing government, they would never allow such teachings. Government can control what the people believe in. They do it in the Middle East. You're not going to go in the Middle East and say what you want to say and do what you want to do. So the government do have that power to execute God's rule in the earth. And you might think that's wrong. The government shouldn't have power, shouldn't control what people believe. What do you think Christ's going to do when he come here? You think you're going to believe what you want when he's bringing a government and a belief? And if you believe anything else besides what Christ is bringing, you cannot be in his kingdom. So government should uphold the laws and execute the laws of the Most High in the earth. That's their job. That's why the Lord set up Israel as a government to represent him, to oppose the wickedness in this world. Read.
Verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
Though they exalt thyself as what?
As the eagle.
As the eagle. That's a sign. You can't hide from that. You can say I'm German, I'm this, I'm that. But you can't hide the fact that the eagle is your government emblem. That's how you identify Edom today. What governments they have with the eagle as their emblem. Here's an eagle behind a little boy who was Zeus, or the god Zeus, gay lover. It says, although Zeus was well known for the dalliances with various women, and thus infuriating his wife, the goddess Hera, Zeus didn't limit himself to young women. At least once he also fell in love with a young boy. Now don't forget, Zeus is the greatest god in Greek mythology. And in Greek mythology, he fell in love with a young boy named Ganymede, son of King Tros of Troy. And what do this little boy have behind him? Zeus, gay lover, an eagle. Read that again.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
So the Greeks' emblem is the eagle. The Roman Empire emblem is the bald eagle. The Roman Empire. America emblem. You see it on the post office. Is the eagle. You see it on your dollar, on your quarter. The eagle. See here. Though thou exalt thyself as the what?
As the eagle.
Look at his head. Edom cannot hide because he used the eagle as his emblem. What is this? Right over the eagle is what? The sun. The worshiping of the sun. Right over the eagle. Linking directly to Nimrod. The worship of the sun. In ancient Egypt they did it also. And now they're doing it today in America, worshiping on Sundays. In the midst of the sun is a six-pointed star, which is the star of Moloch. Moloch is Satan. And on the money it says, in God we trust. The question is, what God are they talking about? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, read.
And though thou set thy nest among the stars.
And though thou set thy nest among the stars. Another sign of who Esau, Edom is. What government or people came together to go out in space? To set your nest. That means you can live out in space. Now you have to examine the attributes or the attitude or character of an eagle. When they quote unquote claim they went to the moon.
Eagle, Houston, we see you on the steerable.
There's this famous statement that was made. The eagle has landed.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Right? Now check out an eagle. An eagle will look at you. It has sight. Where it can almost see an insect on an animal on the ground from the sky. It can look at its prey and examine how the prey lives, how it nurtures, how it interacts. It examines every nuance of its prey before it pounces. Now examine how the eagle works on Esau's level. He'll put a satellite in the earth, or over the earth, around the earth, to watch the people from space. He'll watch your every move. Find out what you love, what you hate. Look at your patterns to one day make you pray. This is an old game they play. And it came from who? Nimrod. But guess who perfected it? Alexander the Greek. We're going to go into him in a moment. Also, it says, Eagle Standard taken from a German Mercedes half-track staff car, 1944. These were the emblems on the Nazis' cars. See, they make you think that Germany was separate from the government rule of Edom. When really, the earth is doing the same thing Hitler did. Okay? Hitler was financed by who? He was financed by the Bushes. The Bushes backed Hitler. They try to make it look like Hitler was this separate idea from Edomite rule. The eagle with the swastika under it. Right? Let's go to Daniel, the 7th chapter. Daniel 7. Let's show you how they moved from Idumea, Mount Seir, okay? The next empire they were dealing with after they were in the Caucasus Mountains was the Greek Empire. Show you how Satan went from one place to the next. Now we don't want to break down the whole thing. I need you to go to Daniel 7 and 6.
Daniel 7 and 6. And after this I beheld, and lo, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. And the beast also had 4 heads, and dominion was given to it.
And dominion was given to it. Who gave it dominion? Go to Job 9 and 24. Who gave this beast dominion? I need you to read it again. After you read Job 9 and 24.
Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The earth is given into the hand of who?
The hand of the wicked.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Go back and read that again.
Daniel 7 and 6. After this I beheld, and lo, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl.
That leopard is Alexander the Greek. He's on a Greek coin here, and on his head there's a leopard skin. Now the Europeans call this guy Alexander the Great. Now there's nothing great about this guy. Alright? Nothing great about him. They called him great because he was able to conquer for the Idumean world. Now read it. He had upon his back what?
He had upon his, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl.
4 wings of a fowl. The 4 wings of a fowl that came out of Alexander the Greek. Now before Alexander the Greek, hold up, let me make sure I put this here. Okay, before Alexander the Greek, let me get here. Before Alexander the Greek, you had Romulus and Remus. 2 children. Through European mythology, you can find this same image in Rome. Okay, today. They were known to be reared by a she-wolf. Is that, you got that study? They was known to be reared by a she-wolf. It was raised like Tarzan. Okay? Romulus would one day be the founder of Rome. Remus was the father of the Greeks. Okay? They hold these people in high stature. Because these were the brain trust of the Idumeans or Edomites that would one day rule the world. After that came the leopard, Alexander the Greek, which we're showing here. From him came 4 rulers like 4 wings of a fowl. What 4 generals came out of Alexander the Greek? Seleucid, who took over Persia. But Ptolemy took over Egypt. We're going to hit that in 1 second. Lysimachus that took over Asia Minor. And Cassandra that took over Macedonia. One thing they did by taking over these areas, they made people think through time that the people that originated in these areas. But really they took these places by conquest. Okay? They took Persia. Okay? So some of the people started migrating to the Persians. So you got some regular Persians there, and you have Idumeans there, or Edomites there. Same thing with Egypt. Like when you see Mark Antony and in their plays, and Cleopatra, they'll make you think that these people, after Cleopatra, were Caucasians in Egypt, because they've given you modern Egypt that was taken over by the Greeks, instead of giving you ancient Egypt where they were Hamitic people. So that make you think that the Egyptians were Caucasian, when really they were taken down by the Greeks. This happened in 333, between 333 BC and 323 BC. It took them 10 years to take down these separate areas, where Alexander the Greek started ruling and giving them the knowledge to take down these different areas. And on his deathbed, he gave them direction through Satan how to take things down. Asia Minor, Lysimachus. A lot of you think that the Edomites are Japheth because they took over Asian land. Okay, the Greeks and all the Edomites took over, just like they took over America and other lands. They took, like they take back in other lands now. If the Lord allowed them to continue, what we know is coming to an end. If we look 50 to 100 years later, you would say that they were the original Iraqis, because they taken Iraq the same way they took America. They take America the same way they took America, the same way they took Europe. So we go into the origin before they became these people that you can identify. Cassandra took Macedonia. These are the 4 wings of a fowl. Let's go back to Daniel. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And after this I saw in the night visions, and beheld 4 beasts, a dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth, and it devoured and brake in pieces.
That 4th beast is who? Rome. That 4th beast is Rome. It breaks in pieces. Even though the Greek knew war, he didn't know war like Rome. Read.
And stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it.
It was different than all the beasts before the Roman Empire. Read. And the Roman Empire is from 323 to 193 AD, as far as the height of the empire.
And it had 10 horns.
And it had 10 horns. Let's go through their 10 horns. These are all European nations. Luxembourg, Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, Sweden, Denmark, Switzerland, France, Spain, and Great Britain. These are the 10 horns that was controlled through Rome, which sat on 7 mountains. Okay? These are all European nations. Who gave them dominion? Satan gave them dominion. Now, in case you think this is our personal opinion, was the Romans and the 10 horns following the God of Israel? I wonder. Let me run them all to you. Jupiter, Juno, Mars, Venus, Minerva, Neptune, Ceres, Vulcan, Diana, Bacchus, Mercury, Vesta. So if you think that this is personal vendetta or something we have. We just teaching truth. These governments, and Rome was a government, pagan, and we're teaching against the Most High. And it was at its highest level. Government, they were pushing the gods. Through religion, they was pushing the gods. But they got slick. You're going to find out when they assumed themselves as American, when that daily wound was healed later on down the line, that they tried to be slick and say, well, there's a separation between church and state. Knowing that the church have already been infiltrated in the 4th century by the pagans. They didn't need to execute the rule of paganism because already pagan Christianity. It was pagan after the 4th century. Putting the cart before the horse. We didn't get to America yet. Go back to that. Go ahead.
Verse 8. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn.
We're going to wait. We're going to go back to that little horn because we're going to find out that little horn is America. We're going to wait before we go to that little horn because we're going from ancient Babylon to Rome to America. Let's go to the Apocrypha. You have it there? Or you have one with it? That's right. I need you to go to Esdras. 2nd Esdras 12, 11 through 18.
Second Esdras 12 and 11.
Read.
The eagle, whom thou sawest come up from the sea.
Now, in prophecy, Esdras also seen the eagle, and we know the eagle are who? According to Obadiah, Edom or Esau. Read.
Is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of thy brother Daniel, but it was not expired unto him. Therefore, now I declare unto thee. So
it wasn't expired unto Daniel because the Most High told Daniel to shut up the seals. So he didn't reveal everything to Daniel because it was sealed. But he revealed some of the secrets to Esdras. Read.
Behold, the days will come, there shall rise up a kingdom upon the earth. It shall be feared above all kingdoms.
It shall be feared above all kingdoms. That was the Roman Empire. Read.
That was before it. And in the same 12 kings.
So 12 kings reign. I'm going to go through these 12 kings, which are actually Caesars. Julius Caesar, Octavian Augustus Caesar, Tiberius Caesar, Caligula Caesar, Claudius Caesar, Nero Caesar, Galba Caesar, Otho Caesar, Vitellius Caesar, Vespasian Caesar, Titus Caesar, and Domitian Caesar. Vespasian and Titus are the two Caesars that took down the children of Israel in 70 AD. Serpent seed attacked the woman's seed. Get one at a time. Now, mind you, all these Caesars didn't follow God of Israel. Followed Jupiter, Juno, Mars, Venus, Minerva, Neptune, Ceres, Vulcan, Diana, Bacchus, Mercury, and Vesta. What did they follow? Who did they follow? Satan. Satan. That's who they followed. Okay? What are these? What are these, brothers and sisters? It makes us sick. These are idols. That's what these are idols. That's what they are. Let's get it out of there, man. Get Psalms. Get Psalms 96, okay? Get Psalms. These are idols. Every last one of these kings worshipped idols. And we're going to go back to Esdras. You at 96? And read. Start 4.
Psalms 94. For the Lord is great and greatly to be praised.
For the Lord. Now the Lord is singular. Okay? He's singular. There's going to be all these gods. The Lord is great and he's great to be praised. Read.
He is declared above all gods.
Our God, the God of Israel, higher is his name, is to be feared above all gods. Read.
For all the gods of the nations are idols.
All the gods of the nations are idols. And guess what? You think that we're just pulling this out of the air. Guess where these idols are erected today? The Vatican Museum. The Roman Catholic Church. See, what they did, and I'm going to go into it a little later, they switched the name of these gods and hit them with biblical names. They gave these gods biblical names to deceive the masses into following Satan. Go back to Esdras. What verse you left off at Esdras?
Verse 10.
Read.
And the same shall 12 kings reign, one after another. Wherefore the second shall begin to reign, and shall have more time than any of the 12.
That was Octavian. Go ahead.
And this do the 12 wings signify, which thou sawest. As for the voice which thou heardest speak, and that thou sawest, not go to out from the heads, but from the midst of the body thereof. This is the interpretation.
What verse you at?
Verse 18.
Okay, stop right there. Here's a book by Simon Scarrow called The Eagle's Prey. See the Roman army going out? Guess who is the eagle's prey? Every human on this earth are the eagle's prey. And what they use? Legislation, laws. To prey on the people. Okay. I got more. Here's one of the biggest idols. One of the biggest idols, brothers and sisters. The Statue of Liberty. Given to America by the French in 1886. Who was she before she was a Statue of Liberty? She was the goddess Ceres in Rome. And she's here in Rome with horns. Before she was Ceres in Rome, she was the goddess Astar in ancient Babylon holding a torch. Okay? Now we've shown you the origin of the worship of the sun. We showed you the origin of idolatry and the following of gods. Alright? Now we must move it from ancient Rome to the place we live in now. America. Let's go back to Daniel. Okay, and I want to show this in case people think that this is a figment of our imagination here. Somebody tell me what's going on in this image here. Is that madness? Absolutely yes. Alright. It says here, Above is a tablet from the early 9th century BC, which depicts the Babylonian sun god Shemesh seated on the right, holding emblems of his authority, a staff and ring, and the king with 2 attendants on the left and the center. See that? See that circle, that wheel? Let's see if we can find this wheel someplace else. Let's see. In the wheel is the emblem or the symbol of Baal. And you would never guess we have that same symbol on his hat. And look next. Who was Baal? Let's find out who Baal is. I think we have something. Baal. This is your Pope, folks. Your Roman, yes, Rome. Your Roman Pope. We're going to get him too. Baal. I think some people are going to feel a certain type of way when I read this, but I'm going to read it. It says, though the god Hadad or Adad was especially likely to be called Baal, Hadad was far from the only god to have that title. Right? Down here to the end. Hadad was the son of El, who had once been the primary god of the Canaanites, Pantheon, and whose name was also used interchangeably with the Hebrew god Yahweh. YHWH that you're following from the Tetragrammaton, the Jewish people put that in the Tetragrammaton, knowing that it was the god of Baal, the same god that was worshipped in ancient Egypt and Babylon. So they have deceived you into thinking that the YHWH is the Most High when it's Baal himself. The Jewish people got you on the Hebrew side, and the Christians got you on the Christian side. And they all are following Baal. Symbol of the Babylonian sun god Shemesh. Right? It's right here. Under Satan's priests. That's who they are. Let's not put the cart before the horse, though. Let's go back to Daniel. Go there.
Daniel 7 verse 8. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were of 3 the first horns plucked up by the roots.
The 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. What 3 that was plucked up by the roots? France, Spain, and Great Britain. These 3, America came out of these 3. France, Spain, and Great Britain. That's who he came out of. Read.
And behold, in his horns were eyes, like the eyes of a man, and their mouth speaking great things.
Yeah, they speak great things. Who is more proud than America? Read.
Verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down.
And the Most High says, it says in Daniel, he beheld till the thrones were cast down. That after this empire, the Most High was going to throw down in this earth. This is the last empire, the last superpower in the earth. Read.
And the Ancient of Days did sit.
Who's the Ancient of Days? That's the Most High. Go ahead.
Whose garment was white as snow, and his hair of his head like pure wool. His throne was like a fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him, Thousands and thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were opened. I beheld, then because of the voice of the great words which the horn did speak, I beheld, even till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed.
He says he beheld to what?
I beheld, then because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake, I beheld, even until the beast was slain.
Until the beast was slain. Go ahead.
And his body destroyed.
And his body destroyed. So that's the future of this place. Go ahead.
And given to the burning flame.
And given to the burning flame. That's the future for following Satan. Let's go to Revelations 13, 1 through 9. You got it?
Mm-hmm. Revelations 13 and 1. And I stood up upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And upon his 10 horns crowns.
Having 7 heads and 10 horns. The 7 heads are the 7 empires that came before Rome. The 10 horns came out of Rome. Read.
And upon his heads the names of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard.
And the 10 horns, 10 horns is the common economic union, or who you would call the EU today. Read.
And his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power.
Who gave him their power?
And the dragon gave him his power.
The dragon gave these empires their power. So you can't say that the Most High are behind these empires. The dragon gives them their power. That's why they fight against the Most High seed. Read.
And his seat, and great authority. And I saw one of his heads, as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed.
And his deadly wound was healed. Yet it was wounded in 193 AD. But, as it says in this article, the Vatican again at peace with Italy after long quarrel. Healed wound of many years. When did this happen? This happened in 1942. No, 1927, excuse me. That's a different date. 1927 it began, and it was assumed and accomplished and signed in 1929. The deadly wound was healed. Let me read it. The Pope is again an independent sovereign ruler, as he throughout the Middle Ages. Though his temporal realm established today is the most microscopic independent state of the world, and probably the smallest in all of history. February 12, 1929, the Pope became a sovereign ruler in the earth. That means he has no authority over him in the earth. He can do whatever he want to do. In 1929. And guess who helped him with this? Guess who set him up and helped him? Not only the Jewish factions, the American powers. Here they are signing the treaties so that this guy can get full power in the earth. Okay? It says here, Cardinal Gaspari and Benito Mussolini, seated after exchanging treaty ratifications in the Hall of Congregation, the Vatican, June 7th, 1929. Now the Most High is not behind none of this. Satan is behind the whole thing. Setting them up again. So that deadly wound was healed. See, but everyone was used to the power coming from Rome. That's why they used the little horn. She's the whore that Rome would use to separate themselves from the tyranny and the wickedness that would come from this country. So they can say, well, it wasn't us, it's America. When really, they're all together. But they use America as a whipping boy, as a takedown, as an extension of Rome to continue the Greeks, Romans, and the 10 horns conquest. America came out of 3 of the 10 horns. So they can use politics and TV to make everyone think that they're not together. But they are together. But envy and strife have developed against America. Because they came first and America is getting all the glory. So it tells us in Revelations that the 10 horns shall hate the whore, burn her with fire. That's the future of the place we live in today. Let me bring it around here. Okay? Let's go to Revelations. One moment here. Let's go to Revelation 17. What verse you left off in Revelation 13?
Verse 3.
Finish reading what you have. Read down to verse 9.
And all worshiped the beast, and they worshipped the dragon, gave power unto the beast. They gave to the
that authority worships the dragon that gave power to the beast. So Satan is a God to be worshipped. Yes, in this earth. He gave them power, so in return to power, the people under their rule have to worship Satan. In the 4th century, they integrated pagan belief, the same gods I pulled out earlier, with who? Pagan belief with Christianity. So they masked their pagan gods with biblical names. They switched the Sabbath day, which is Saturday, to Sunday because they was worshiping the sun under Nimrod well before there was a Roman Empire. While Christ was walking the earth, the pagan Romans was worshiping on Sunday. Okay? There's more. Read.
And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?
Who's able to make war with this beast? No one can beat America. That's how you know it's talking about America. But guess what? They're being spread thin. Their armies are spread thin now. Read.
Verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things, and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth, and blasphemed against the Most High.
They opened their mouth and blasphemed the Most High. They drafted a constitution as total defiance of laws contained in the Bible. There was no need for a constitution. They blasphemed the Most High by making their own laws to vice the commandments. Read.
To blaspheme his name.
To blaspheme his name. Calling him Zeus, God, and all the pagan names. When you know his name is Ahia, which is I am. And also they spoke great words by changing the Sabbath day from Saturday to Sunday. Get Daniel 7 and 25 and 26. Read that.
Daniel 7 and 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
And the saints of the Most High are being wore out. The saints are those that have served captivity in all these empires. They're the true saints. The saints didn't get no respect in the Roman Empire, even though they were Christians and followed Christ. They got murdered by the Romans. Okay? They got murdered. And they're still catching pain in this earth. Still being thrown in jail and persecuted unlawfully. Read.
And think to change times and laws.
And they would think to do what?
Change times and laws.
So they thought to change times and laws. What times? The times contained in the Bible. Switching calendars to try to offset prophecy. Changing laws. Switching the laws of God and telling people in the church they no longer have to follow God's law. The Roman Catholic Church did that. Switching the Sabbath, whom the Lord hallowed to himself, to Sunday to worship the sun, the S-U-N. The sun connected to the fire, or one that come out of the fire, which is Satan himself. Okay? Read.
And they shall be given into his hand, unto a time, and times, and the dividing of time.
And Jacob, which is the woman, was given into your hand for a particular amount of time, according to prophecy. But folks, we're at the end of that time. And the Lord is breaking our yoke. He's breaking the yoke off of our necks. And now it's Jacob's time. And Jacob will receive those promises that was promised to him. Only if he let go of the gods Esau exposed him to. Get me Revelation 17. Read that.
Revelation 17:1. And there came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
So there's a judgment on this great whore. But he's going to show the mystery of that great whore that sitteth on many waters. This is for those who say that that great whore is just Rome. That shows it's not just Rome, because she sit on many waters. She take her Christianity, or her brand of Christianity, everywhere. Okay, so you just can't say it's Rome anymore. You have to look at what superpower in the earth that have greater power than Rome to know who's the virgin daughter of Babylon and who is Rome today. Read.
Verse 2. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication.
That's the first key. Of whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication. What nation is made out of all the people in the earth? Or all the nations in the earth? America is. The fornication it have committed is spiritual fornication. Read. I'm going to show you an example of spiritual fornication that Rome have executed on the earth. Let's start with the Roman sun. He's here somewhere. Is he over there? The Roman sun, you see him? Oh, there he is. There you go. Caesar Borgia, the second son of Alexander the Sixth Pope of Rome, was put up to be Jesus Christ. I need you to grab Wisdom of Solomon 14:8 to show you the fornication. The spiritual fornication that came from the Roman Catholic Church. Start at the 8th verse.
Wisdom of Solomon 14:8. But that which made his hands is cursed, as well is it, as he that hath made it. He, because
this
he
is cursed. Why? Read it.
Because he made it. And it, because being corruptible, it was called God.
Being corruptible, this was called God. They put this up to be Jesus. Then they tell you Jesus is God. So they're telling you this guy is God. Read.
Verse 9. or the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High.
This was hateful unto the Most High. Who did this? God's people didn't do this. Edom did this. Read.
Verse 10. For that which is made shall be punished together with them that made it.
So those that made it, which is the Roman Catholic Church, which is really the spiritual government over the world, will be punished for its actions. Read.
Verse 11. Therefore, upon the Gentiles shall be a visitation.
On all those idols, Zeus, Minerva, and all these different idols they have, there will be a visitation. The Most High God of Israel. Read.
Because in the creature of the Most High, they are become an abomination and a stumbling blocks to the souls of men.
The Lord has said He's going to punish them because their religion and their idolatry have become a stumbling block for those that are seeking the Most High. They'll look for the Most High and run into a Catholic church and run into a church teaching Catholic doctrine. Or they will run into one of the daughters or one of the harlots that came out of the whore. Read.
And they snare to the feet of the young wives.
And it becomes a snare to those that don't really know the Bible. Go ahead.
For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication.
When they started these idol worships, it was the beginning of spiritual fornication. Spiritual fornication. That's what this is. Read.
And the invention of them, the corruption of life.
Go down to the 21st verse. And with this came the corruption of life. Read the 21st verse.
Verse 21. And this was an occasion to deceive the world.
This was an occasion to deceive the whole world. You get this. The Roman Catholic Church. And you can't say, well, that was just for that time. This is almost in every church you can find of a man that was a wicked poisoner. Back to Revelation 17. Read.
Revelation 17 and 2. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication.
Go ahead.
And the inhabitants of the earth have made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
And they have made the whole earth drunk with the wine of her fornication. That's what's in your Pope's cup. Show me a scripture we should run around with a cup somewhere. With your head covered. When the Bible says in Corinthians that a man is not supposed to pray or prophesy with his head covered. What's in this cup? Lies. Wine of deceit. Paganism. Idolatry. Read.
Verse 3. So he carried me away in despair into the wilderness. And I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in...
Go ahead.
And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color.
She was arrayed in what?
And purple and scarlet color.
What color do this guy have on? Is that purple? And the cardinals have on what? Red. Scarlet. Read.
And decked with gold and precious...
With what?
With gold and precious stones and pearls.
Go ahead.
Having a golden cup in her hand.
Having a what?
Having a golden cup in her hand.
Having a golden cup in her hand. What do that cup represent? Hold that and go to Isaiah 29 and 13. Having a golden cup in her hand.
Isaiah 29 and 13.
Read that.
Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have moved their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men.
The fear of the Most High now is being taught by the precepts of men. Now you're not following according to what you read. You're following God according to what the Catholic Church told your churches they could teach. By the fear of men. The Catholic Church is the mother of harlots. What does that mean? All the churches that came out of her is harlot. I don't care what you call her today. She's the mother. Alright? You stay in Isaiah where you are. And go up to the 9th verse.
Verse 9.
What's in this cup? Read.
Stay yourselves and wonder.
The Bible says, stay yourselves and wonder. What?
Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine.
They are drunken, but not with wine. So that lets you know it's not a physical wine that's in this cup. It's a spiritual wine to make the minds of the people drunk. Read.
They stagger, but not with strong drink.
So the Lord is looking at us stagger from one church to the next, one belief to the next. Why? We're looking for him and can't find him. Because religion is in the way. The great whore is in the way. Read.
Verse 10. For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
So if you drink of this cup, you're blind. You are blind if you drink of this cup. The modern day Christianity is in this cup. All of it. Read.
And have closed your eyes, the prophets and your rulers.
So all the preachers that were set up under this guy, you know, the preachers that go to your theologian seminary colleges got their understanding from this guy, directly or indirectly. They got a little bit, they got a sip off of that cup. Read.
The seers hath he covered, and the vision of all is become unto you, as the words of the book that is sealed.
And that's why the majority of Christians today don't even go into the Bible, because it's sealed. They claim to be Christians, but can't even read the book that their faith is founded on. Go back to Revelation 17. Read that.
Revelation 17 and 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color,
Go ahead.
and decked with gold, and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abomination and filthiness of her fornications.
Abomination and filthy. So you can't separate wickedness and dealing with Satan from religion, because that's who Satan come through. He comes. Satan will come using Christ's name. And that was brought over here to America in 1492 with Christopher Columbus and his band of thieves. They set up the Queen of England. And the other Idumeans or Edomites set up shop here to destroy God's people, warring against the sea when they warred against the North American Indians and the Baliqua Taino Indians and the Mexican Indians, which are all from the woman seed Israel. Yes. They brought that wine to make people drunk.
Britain, mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots.
It says the mother of harlots, because all the churches that came out of the Roman Catholic Church are harlots also. Read.
And abominations of the earth.
It's an abomination of. So now she's going to spread this abomination all over the earth. And no one will question what comes from this whore. Why? They're blind. Read.
Verse 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints. And
Hold up. What was she drunken with?
with the blood of the saints.
The same empire that destroyed the saints of Christ are now claiming to be Christ, and they're still destroying the saints by using Christ's name. Okay? Fake as a lamb, but really it's a dragon. But it's fake as a dragon. It's a lamb. It appears to be nice, but Satan is in the midst. Read.
And with the blood of the martyrs of Yeshua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great abomination, with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, Wherefore dost thou marvel? Tell the mystery of the woman,
Here's the mystery of the
and of the beast that carrieth her, which have the 7 heads and the 10 horns. And the beast that thou sawest was, and is not, and shall ascend from the bottomless pit, and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life, foundation of the world.
You're gonna find those who follow this religion. And of these empires that it ruled is not written in the book of life. God is destruction. Read.
When they behold the beast that was, and not, and yet is.
So why are they beholding this beast? And why this beast is a mystery to the people? Because this beast or Satan appears as righteous. Read.
Verse 9. And here is the lion, which have wisdom, the 7 heads, and 7 mountains, on which the woman
The 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. Those 7 mountains is Rome. Rome sits on 7 mountains. Read.
Verse 10. There are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come.
The other that didn't come yet was America at that time. That's why John says in Revelation that 1 is. What was the one? What was the empire ruling during John's time? Rome. It is, and 1 has not come. It was about the future of America, the future kingdom. Read.
And when he cometh, he must continue a short space.
America, all empires that preceded her, has the shortest rule. Read.
Verse 11. And the beast that was, and is not, even he that is the 8th, even he is the 8th,
Go ahead.
and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition.
That's Satan. Read.
And the 10 horns, which thou sawest, are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet.
Those are the 10 we said originally. They didn't receive no kingdom yet. Why? Because all the glory went to America. Rome had to separate itself from this side of the earth. So it used America as its weapon boy. Read.
Receive power and out of the beast.
America is not to get their glory for a short space.
These have that to the
Shall give a power to who?
beast.
So these give power and strength to the beast to let you know that these get power and strength from Satan. So they set up churches in these governments, these communities, give their glory to. Read.
Verse 14. Make war the land, and the people of them, for he is the Lord of lords, and King of kings, and they that are him called and chosen and faithful.
And these same 10 horns, these same nations who claim in Christ and Jesus, have put weapons out in space to fight against our Lord. They have put weapons in space, waiting for the second coming, to war against the Most High, to war against Christ in the battle of Armageddon. They're going to lose. And those that follow and help those empires to do these things will lose. Will lose. Now, how do they get you? They get you through belief, religion, government, and practices of tradition. See Roman festivals from January to December. Go through them all. I'll probably do this on a different video. But every holiday you have in America is related to a day in ancient Rome. And an idol or a demon is behind each day. So the days they give you, like Martin Luther King's Day, you think it's for Martin Luther King? No. They make sure they line it up with a day that they worship in ancient Rome and connect it with a demon that was worshipped in ancient Rome. Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July, Easter, all these different New Year's, Washington Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day, Christopher Columbus Day, you name it. There's a date in Rome for each holiday. and it leads to a statue, an image, or an idol, and a demon in ancient Rome. They made these communities to trap souls. America is Babylon the great war that ought to be destroyed, contained in the Bible. There's a satanic connection between ancient Babylon, Rome, and America. Now, there's no way I can end this without showing you first who they're warring against. I showed you Esau. Here's Jacob. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Read it.
Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power, and the Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are on the face of the earth.
Lord be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So the Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people, above all the people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord have a chosen. Okay? So Satan had to get with the Gentiles and these other empires to exterminate the children, knowing that Esau had a problem with Jacob being the chosen. Get Deuteronomy 10 and 15. Read it.
Deuteronomy 10 and 15. Only the Lord have a delight in their fathers to them, and he chose their seed after them.
And he chose the seed of Jacob after them. So that seed is in the earth. And Satan, who is against the Most High, and Edom, who is against the birthright and blessings, are trying to stamp out the saints, are trying to destroy the saints, are attempting to try to stomp out the Most High's chosen in this earth. Get Deuteronomy 28 and 68 to show you the curses and what would happen to the children of Israel once they fell. The Lord had them fall for a time, knowing that one day he would raise them again. Read Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord shall bring you into Egypt, which means slavery a second time, with what?
Again with ships.
Again with ships. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
And the real Jews would never see their homeland again after they go into the ships. It was Edom, Esau, which are the Jewish people today, who claim to be Jews, who are not, that financed Jacob's curse, and financed the slave ships.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
There you shall be sold unto your enemies. Sold to Mr. Kennedy down in Kentucky. Sold to Mr. Smith in Alabama. Sold to Mr. Johnson here in Pennsylvania. For what?
For bondmen and bondwomen, and man shall buy you.
So the Lord tells us that he would want that the real Jews would go into captivity. So once Jacob fell, there was Esau opportunity to fulfill his promise against Jacob, that he would wait till his father passed and then kill Jacob. So Christ warned us. They tried to exterminate us in Rome, Vespasian and Titus. But those that understood Christ took heed to Christ's prophecy. Get the book of Luke. So that's how we came here to America. In ships, fulfilling the prophecy of the Bible. And mind you, this was written thousands of years before we came here. So the Bible is perfect. And now the Most High is taking our captivity off of us to identify not only us, but those that have done this to us. Not for vengeance, but to warn the people that the Most High, the same Most High that have raised us in the of our captivity. It's going to bring judgment on this earth.
21 and 20. You shall see Jerusalem compared to army. Then know that the desolation of is nigh. Which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
Then let them which are in Judea flee into the mountains. This happened in 70 AD. So Christ said, when you see Jerusalem armies, when armies come, flee into the mountains. The Jews fled over the Atlas Mountains. Some went into Spain, but the majority went into Africa and settled in the Ivory Coast or the western parts of Africa. Read.
And let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the country there enter thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there will be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
They shall fall by the edge of the sword. So Christ warned them and said, listen, if you stick around, you're going to be destroyed by these Romans. And guess what? They're doing it now in America. They are planning a mass massacre of God's chosen. They're cutting off the borders and preparing offense all through America. Finally, accomplish what they couldn't accomplish in 70 AD. They're going to do this in other parts of the people. They're going to do this in America first. Read.
And shall be led away captive into all nations.
And the Jews or the Israelites shall be led away captive into all nations. Read.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden of the Gentiles.
Until when?
Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So there's Gentiles in Israel right now, not Israelites. Gentiles rulers. Who? Esau or Edom. Why? Because he felt from the beginning that the birthright would have been his and that Jerusalem belonged to him. And he's going to fight to keep it, even if he have to fight the Most High. He's going to lose, but he'll try. I want to read this on page 84. In the year 65 BC, and what I'm reading from Babylon to Timbuktu, author Rudolf von Windsor, which was a professor in Temple University. Okay? He found this research and extensive travels that beyond any shadow of a Negroes in America are Jews. Right? And get this, and you can also get all the references that led to this conclusion. I'm going to read on page 84. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem in 70 AD. General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. During the period of the military government of time, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jew slaves. In Revelation the 12th chapter, it tell you, go to Revelations 12 and 12, and let's show this being fulfilled. Let you know the serpent is doing this. He did it to Christ in Rome. As soon as Christ was born, he tried to kill Christ. Then he did it to the disciples, and they did it to the real Jews in 70 AD. The serpent seed against the woman's seed. Okay? Get Revelations 12 and 1. Read it.
Revelation 12 and 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
Those 12 stars represent the 12 tribes of Israel. That's that woman. Okay? And they are the woman that have been dispersed and have been enslaved through this earth. Okay? But now the Most High has heard their prayer through time and is ready to plead their cause. Finish reading what you have in Revelations. Read Revelations 12. Read that.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in the heaven of the earth,
What is the
and of the sea. For the devil is come out unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
devil know he have a short time? Read.
And when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman.
We showed you the story of him being cast into the earth. He started persecuting what woman? Read.
Which brought forth the man-child.
He started persecuting the woman that brought forth the man-child. The man-child was Christ. So he started persecuting the people that had Christ, or those of Christ's lineage. Christ came from Jacob. Read.
Verse 14. And to the woman were given 2 wings of an eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness.
So she ran into the wilderness like Christ told her to, running from the Roman persecution, or the Idumeans, or Edom. Read.
Into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times, and a half time, from the face of the serpent.
That time and a half of time from the face of the serpent is a time where the Israelites would be protected from the serpent. The serpent was in Rome. The serpent was in Rome. He gave the Roman Empire power. And that was his opportunity to try to destroy those that brought forth Christ. Read.
Verse 15. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood.
So because the serpent couldn't kill them all in Rome, he started spewing lies through the earth, through religion. That's your Christianity. Read.
As a flood after the woman.
That flood to overtake the woman. If we can't get them physically, we'll get them spiritually. Read.
That he might cause her to be carried away of the flood.
The flood is religion. That's why there's churches everywhere. Read.
And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth.
The earth the woman. Why? There's records and books that was a part of the Hebrew canon that the Lord had given us to totally take down and destroy Christian dogma. Read.
And swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth.
This information was able to follow up the lies that came from the Roman Catholic Church. It went on many waters and eventually came here to America to set up. Read.
Verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
So because Satan was mad at the woman, the same way he was mad at Adam, and mad at all God's creatures, that would fight against seed. Read.
Keep the Most High, and have the testimony of Yeshua.
These are those that Satan is looking for. Those that not only follow Christ, but also keep the commandments written of in the scripture. Okay? With that, I'm going to say I'm glad, I hope this helped, that connection. When it comes to the paganism and the wickedness that came from ancient Babylon, I hope with this detailed scripture breakdown, you can connect the dots and and answer the age-old question. Are you following the Most High, or are you following Christ? Are you following the Christianity that Christ brought to the earth, or are you following the pagans brought or brung here on ships to America? With that, my name is Elder and Brother Ricard, and we have Deacon and Brother Lawyer. And we hope we connect some of the dots for you. We're the Gathered of Christ Church. And brothers and sisters, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Read the Bible. Read the Bible. Christ's real name is Yeshua, and the Most High real name is Ahai. Christ is the Son, the Most High is the Father. They are dark skinned while we're Jewish people are Romans from Esau. They're synagogue of Satan. All religions, holidays, governments are under Satan. Christianity is not the Bible. Christianity has nothing to do with Christ. Christians don't follow the Bible at all. Everything they do, the Sabbath is on Saturday, not Sunday. Everything in Christianity is not in the Bible. So, Deuteronomy 26:68, Israelites who went on slave ships into America to be sold into men and like fair trade. That was on Israelites, not Africans, not Hamites. Christ's real name is Yeshaya, and the Most High real name is Ahai. Get baptized, follow all the commandments, read the Bible, King James Version only. They allow in King James too. They are guys I'm going for on YouTube.